Welcome back to After the End. So, after a little bit of thinking and after a little bit of discussion, I've decided that this will probably going to be our last episode as the Hive Fabricated Game Gear, the Holy, for a couple of reasons. Number one, I feel like there's not really much else to do here. We're just grabbing an Empire for the sake of grabbing an Empire, right? And I don't want to expand the series longer than is necessary. I want to, however, give this guy the greatest and most stable round we can build for him in the time that we've got left. I want to make sure that he's got a strong Empire and a firm foundation before we leave it in the hands of the AI, because the AI generally tends to be quite garbage by comparison. The other reason for doing that is I think, well, I mean, there's another two reasons, actually. I think the AI will handle this a lot better than I will, and I also think it'd be kind of funny to have an AI character who is a hive mind as well. I think there's something quite appealing about that. And sort of having that behind-the-scenes secret stuff going on and us playing somewhere else in the world and not actually knowing about that. So this isn't going to be the final episode, definitely, but there is going to be sort of a minor break from After the End. And the third reason, and mainly what plays into that, is it's going to give me time to add some extra features and sort of rebalance this a little bit and adjust it so that it's a bit more of a balanced experience and they've got reasons to assimilate people, not just making them your undying servant is probably the right word for it. They're not undying servant, but unquestioning servant is probably the right word for it there. Because right now that's all we're doing it for, right? And then what? You vassalize them and then that's it. So there needs to be more systems added to it. And unfortunately, there's only very little you can do in a save game without breaking it entirely. As I said, I've had to come up with a clever workaround for the traits anyway. So this will be very much us trying to set him up with the greatest empire we can make him for now. And then we'll dive in as a separate character on the same save game. We'll jump in on a separate character. Not immediately after this series, but I think sometime in the future we'll see what this guy gets up to in his sort of, on his own, left to his own devices, really, no pun intended. So the question is, what is the Empire level title that we're under right now then? It's like the Empire of the Great Lakes, that's it. So we've got to grab all of Ohio, right? Yeah, we've got to grab all of Ohio, which we could do in a single Holy War. Then we've got to grab all of... Now, unfortunately, the reason it turned out why we didn't grab this last time is because some guy had sieged it all down that wasn't us, which was quite annoying. We also need to grab a lot from her as well. But that's not too much, and I believe Superior are the other ones that we need to worry about also. Yeah, that is quite a lot to see her. Luckily, we have a decent amount already. We control 17%. We need to control 80%. So I think when we grab up Ohio, the actual de jure province there, and then grab the rest of this sort of patchwork blanket of states, which would be very easy to do, just Holy War after Holy War, essentially. And then it's Superior. Superior is going to be the next big one. We might have to go for another Great Holy War, but obviously there's a limit to how many times we can do that, and we can't really rely on it as the be-all, end-all. I'd really love to do this. Great Holy War for Ohio. Just get this out the way. Or would a Great Holy War against Superior make more sense? Great Holy War for Superior. That's definitely more provinces. That is definitely more provinces. That would give us a huge tract of land. I kind of want to do that. I think that's a great idea. It would also almost entirely destroy their empire. Also, bear in mind, they are Afro-syncretic, which is the Caribbean religion. So it's not as if they'd even get any people diving in to help them out. And again, these guys are Cetic, so it's sort of the same thing applies to those guys. But they, I don't know, they must have some decent moral authority if they've somehow ended up on the other coast of the US. I think the Holy War versus Superior has been a long time coming as well, because they've been a thorn in our side. They've got 3 provinces in Michigan also. So that would give us, you know, a lot. I think the massive weakening of them means our vassals would just sweep up the rest of it. Let's do it. Let's do the Great Holy War for Superior. So what have they got then? They are tribal, don't forget. So they've got roughly, what is that, 9,600 troops plus. They've got roughly 11,000 at most. We've got, by comparison, 12,000 plus a massive, massive stack of gold. And in America, that's all you need. That's all you need to be successful. Holy War for Superior. The omens are clear. Hive Fabricated Game Gear has declared Great Holy War on King Snorra of Superior and the followers of the Oleron in the Kingdom of Superior. All 3 Rust cultist men are encouraged to aid in the conquest for their holy places. Father Bessemer will strike down their Oleron for Father Bessemer. Let's do it. Luckily, their armies were already right here in Michigan. Well, that's hilarious. Unfortunate for them, but hilarious for us. Right then, so actually, I didn't want to really do that. I should have really set a rally point, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. We can just, I'm sure, yeah, we can just box over them all. Pile on. Let's just dogpile them. Now, what we want to do as well is also raise up our Holy Order, which we vassalized last episode after we assimilated him and forced him to join us here in Michigan. Now, as regards to the sort of meta aspects of the mod and the actual development of it, there were some... Oh, man, we're already at 68% war score just for that. There were some really great suggestions, and I do like the idea of having a stacking debuff and allowing you to assimilate as much as possible. I saw a comment on last episode that basically said that the logic behind it would be the more drones you have to maintain, the more it costs you personally, because obviously we are only human, to maintain that. So that would just be a stacking sort of -5 to all of our stats, or -3 to all of our stats per drone. The only downside to that is tracking that would be fairly difficult. Because if they were to die, what would you gain the stats back? At which point you got to have a whole level down system, and then you've also got to tie those characters together, which is quite safe game heavy as well. It's quite a complicated system, but I will try and think of a good way to implement. Or whenever you simulate, maybe it just upgrades and downgrades the system for 20 years or so. I don't know. We'll come up with something, with some sort of clever idea. But again, there's very little I can do, unfortunately, to that right now. Until who's he been put in prison by? His own vassal. Cool. We could go and attack that and try and put them in our prison, because obviously that's a very legitimate game mechanic we could try and implement here. It's going to be difficult to manage, but again, we'll be able to do that more when we aren't in the middle of a... That's awesome, by the way. In the middle of a big sort of campaign involving him. Our armies now stand poised to take part in the Great Holy War for the Kingdom of Superia. We are now Ford Striker. They've thought to defend the factories in the name of Father Ford, March +2. So again, I was kind of expecting these guys to be sort of Brotherhood of Steel. But they are definitely Mad Max. They're obsessed with cars, I think, is probably better. Obviously, Father Ford, Father Bessemer, the Ford Striker there, obviously being in Detroit as well. I should have really seen that come in, huh? Anyway, the target of our crusade, Grey Bay tribe, has fallen to our mighty arms and the wrath of God. 100 piety, 100 prestige. Unfortunately, we didn't get to release their prisoners. Doesn't matter too much. Now, where's the capital? All the way over there, already sieged down. How inconvenient. Well, we can just basically go for anywhere at this stage, right? Because it'll all count as war gold. Now, they are tribes. A daughter named Martha. Why did you say that name? Martha. Let's go for... We need... What sort of machinery theme was I going for? We're going for, like, Nintendo consoles, right? What about the Nintendo Power Glove? I don't think that's okay to call your infant daughter the Power Glove, but okay, fine. There's a lot to be concerned with on that one. There you go, Thrift. It's not the most common name, anyway. We're at the Kingdom of Ontario. They've expanded. Our vassals have expanded. Grab some more. Fuck it, let's do it. Welcome to the Empire. Welcome aboard. Let's go for a new steward as well. And let's just split up and siege. I was about to say they're all tribal, right? So they're not going to have many defenders. Split up and take them out. And this is going to take no time at all, I think. Just quickly assault that one. Fall into the target of our crusade. Move up, move south. Lose the trait Humble. Fairly annoying, but not too much of a deal. Oh, they've got 6,000 men down there. Why don't we do it in the way America would do it and hire a whole bunch of people to fight our wars for us? Goodbye. Good luck. We're bringing in Blackwater. Let's go. Let's just let Charles. Charles can hold that down, right? He doesn't need sub-commanders. Well, he might do. Charles, you're not that good in hindsight. Clarence and Josephina shall assist you, my good friend Charles. Victory is ours. Only 69% war score. I guess it's because they actually have these provinces of... Oh, no, they're not our provinces. They're their provinces, aren't they? Made for a suitable sacrifice. Well, that's given us a decent amount of war score already. That's nuts. 100%. We've done it. Well, that was easily... Oh, my God. Look at that now, though. That was so easy, and I'm really, really happy we did that then in hindsight. Duchy of Sioux. Duchy of Arrowhead. Look at us now. Look at your hive mind now. Michigan is big. Michigan is strong. What is this in real life? What was it? Just Superior? I don't know where this is or what state this would be. I don't think there's a state of Superior, is there, in America? In fact, that might even be Canada, but I'm not entirely sure. I have no idea. No, that's not Canada, right? It's too far south. I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't matter too much because it's irrelevant. We're gonna make our own kingdom. We don't need to worry about Canada or any garbage like that. Right, let's give away all of these provinces to able-bodied Rust cultist men. My religion, my culture. Stolric. Let's grant you the landed title of Factory of Arrowhead. That was a new one, so there you go. You can have that one, my friend. Franjo Napton. You, my friend, get Franjo Napton. Genuinely sounds like one of my RimWorld names. Crop Boosh and Franjo Napton. I need to remember that for the future because that is genuinely incredible. Sue, you can have that one as well. Werner can have... What else we got here? What's the strip? I have no idea what... I'm trying to see behind the scenes. Oh, it's just... Oh, it's Toledo. It's just the strip, huh? I had no idea. What is all this other garbage we picked up then? And why the hell can't we turn it into a full-on vassal level title? Or we can't usurp them. Oh, that's annoying. Because he still exists and he's at war with 4 other people. So if we want to give this stuff away, we're going to have to wait a very long time. Okay, well, let's just give away the sub-holdings and see if we can't get to the level where we don't have to give it all away, but get to the level whereby the realm's not going to completely fall apart when I unpause. Oh, we can't hold any of it because it's all tribal, isn't it? Okay. Well, that's annoying. We're just going to have to dish it all out, I guess. And then we'll worry about the duchy level titles later on. It's all garbage land, I'd like to point. It's all tribal land that's just got the occasional temple, so it's not fantastic. Either way, let's go back to the character finder and then just quickly give away some more shit. Werner, my friend, you can have the shop of Baraga La Ants. Don't know what that means, but it's all yours now. Rostin, You can have this one. I need to zoom out a little bit. And we'll also move this over here so we can more easily see what we're giving these people. You can have that one. All yours, my friend. This is great. We're setting up so many new incredible vassals. Holy shit. Now, obviously, they're all going to be tribal, so we're going to have to call them to war. But honestly, I kind of prefer that when you get to an empire of this size, right? You don't want to be moving around a shit ton of troops from every which area of the world. Our descendant there, Albert Liberty, sure. We'll give you a proper Duchy level title when we get around to it. This is insane. The Iron Mountain. There you go. You can have that one. That one sounds kind of cool. I'd like to have kept that one for myself. The Iron River. These all kind of suit our empire as well. So much. Holy shit. It's 15 out of 6. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna roll with it. I was tempted to do a cut there and just let me get all this done, but you know what? We're almost there. Just bear with. This is the price you have to pay for doing such a major holy war, huh? More to the point, we might also want to invest some of our 4,000 gold into upgrading these things into full-on baronies, full-on cities. Ideally, turn them all into cities would be incredible, huh? Getting every tribal level title that we've just grabbed into a full-blown city would be so cool. Not only would it bring in just a ridiculous amount of gold, but I don't think any empire has ever done that before. I've never had an empire consisting entirely of... There it is. Oh my god. The Rust Empire. This is what I was told about. That looks awesome. That was exactly what I wanted to. And honestly, it does make kind of more... I would like to tidy up all this up and grab, obviously, the stuff from Iowa here and deal with all this garbage down here and make the borders contiguous. But that looks nice. I feel like we've really carved out an empire for ourselves there. What was that, 3 provinces to this. Looks very nice. New advisor then. Let's go. Mingus. Mingus Lily also sounds like somebody I've made it. Franjo Napton. I'm genuinely writing that down because that's such a fantastic name. Franjo Napton. Alright, Lionel Biggs is also very good. Some of these... all I need in the future whenever I play Remote is just to open this up and get the names from this because they're absolutely incredible. Okay. Now, what's the plan, then? Well, let's open an advisor first and foremost. I'm going to die of hiccups once again. Honestly, sod the salvage expedition. Flip it. Flip your salvage expeditions. Can't be bothered with it. They never give us anything good. They've never once given us anything good. They've given us a pair of sunglasses. Oh, great. Thank you. You shouldn't have. No, really. You shouldn't have. It was a waste of time and effort and gold. We want to go to war and probably tidy all of this garbage up as well. So what about the Tycoon of Ohio? Truce breaker on him as well. If we declare war on you, Wabash can't because he's Holy War cooldown. I mean... Claim Kentucky for this guy. We could also just... Shit, I didn't mean to do that. I wanted to force vassalization, you prick. Could grant him a landed title quickly. That way when... yeah, do that. Give him like the machinery of Hamtramck. What is that? Chop of... Give him Toledo. Throw my boy Toledo. That way when we finish with this war, he'll become our landed vassal. Okay, court chaplain, you'll do. And let's get to it. Worst case scenario, he doesn't become a landed vassal. We have to assimilate him. But that's, again, not really a big deal, is it? Alright. It's kind of annoying, but okay then. We're going to have to also kill off some... Oh. Sorry to say about the death of who? My scholar bureaucrat. They never turn up, do they? It just doesn't work. I don't even remember seeing her before. I don't think the scholar bureaucrat is anything worth doing in the future. We should probably get like an engineer or something instead. That one actually might work for us. Anyway, let's pile on. Let's counter-siege all of this garbage and take it for ourselves, and then offer the guy vassalization. That's going to give us inroads into grabbing all of this too. Just tidying up our borders, maybe getting everything inside of whatever this river is here. What is this river? The Mississippi. I've heard of that one. We'll get everything this side of the Mississippi, and then we should be good, right? I think that will look like a pretty decent empire. There's a leader there. My wife was pregnant, but I was away, wasn't I? Almost certainly not. No, I trust her word. He's just a paranoid weirdo. You would kind of be if you were an immortal hive mind, huh? You would be incredibly paranoid at that stage. News from Brazil. The Pale Rider is sowing his deadly seeds in Brazil. Did he not just do that? Has that Pale Rider not already once seeded this time around? Oh, well, it doesn't matter too much. Brazil, again, there's a lot about this mod that I like. But there's also a lot that I think could have done with a little bit more time in the oven. So the whole salvage expedition stuff, bugging out, never really seemed to work as intended. There we are. That's now ours, huh? We'll just make sure that works as intended. Yeah, awesome. There we go. It never seems to, or that it more frequently than not does bug out. Obviously, we had to remove it from last time as well. I would like to see the Brazil stuff fixed, because we've sent for a Scholar Bureaucrat on more than one occasion. It's just never turned up, which is kind of annoying. We can actually just force vassalize a lot of these guys. What about like Ohio? We wouldn't be able to force vassalize that, because it's a kingdom level title. We do have a lot of claims on them, though. De jure claims, Holy War, obviously Holy War, but that's kind of irrelevant. I'm going to try and kill you off. Tycoon, what's his name? Ruffin Carter, another good RimWorld name there. Right, let's employ everybody, get them on board, and then we'll just assimilate whoever refuses, like this guy. My good friend, Mark. We can't assimilate him, because he's a foreign realm. We don't have any means of getting into personal contact with him, huh? Oh well, we'll just send out some gifts, because it's not like we can't just convince everybody to join us and our incredible cause here. Right, welcome, my good friend Apanus. Join us. Was that Apanus Schoenberg? Great name. Parmoon, welcome aboard. Sotinar. Excellent. Alright. That should help deal with things a little bit there. And let's get... oh, I've already turned on auto-invite plotters. Thank you for those tech points. Much appreciated. Now, where is his capital these days? There it is. Oh, I was going to say your guess is as good as mine, but it's all been absolutely sieged down, huh? Let's go for Build Spy Network in Cairo. Cairo, I didn't realize. America, you could have come up with your own names, my guy. That's absurd. Cairo, America. And then what was it we saw? We saw London, Ontario over here as well. It's Martin. Martin Liberty. I get the strange suspicion. This might not actually be our son. Call me crazy. I find this one a little peculiar. I don't think this one might be our son. I just get, as much as I love young Martin, who's clearly a member of House Liberty, I just something, I can't place my finger on it. We're gonna call you. You'd be like a fucking power joy. We've had a power. You'd be a knockoff console because you are a knockoff son. I mean, also more to the point, he's not assimilated. Which is quite clearly a dead giveaway there, huh? Along with him being an entirely separate race to his father. I'm putting it out there. He is just a... For fuck's sake. How would you not piece that together? I mean, obviously it would be... If it was a game mechanic added, I think it would be a fairly controversial game mechanic. If you were playing a European ruler who refused to land his black kids because they were, you know, that could be a bit of a concern. I imagine if implemented poorly, it could cause a lot of issues for Paradox. So I kind of understand that, but also you would be a little bit suspicious if your son was born black and you were obviously a white ruler. But hey, I've noticed Marshal Overseer Game Boost is hard work and everybody seems to like him. Good work, Game Boost. I completely forgot we named him Game Boost. And you are now dead. Ohio is ours. Oh god, they're losing a lot of land to the Holy Columbian Confederacy. This is why we need to get a move on with this and tidy that up. Then after he's gone, which he is, no, you don't deserve anything. Then we'll start killing off Iowa as well, because I believe we're still, yeah, we are. We're still at, we're still waiting for our truce to cool down with her. And let's just bribe just about anybody who's willing to join us at this stage. Let's send out some gifts here. Thank you very much. What's that going to give us? 143% is fine. Let's also move our Spy Master over to the capital of Iowa, which is up in Freeborn. Go over here. Perfect. So, Ohio then, what have you got for me that we can grab from you pretty much as soon as possible? We've got any Dutch level titles? We can actually claim just straight up the Kingdom of Ohio if we landed this dude. Claim Transylvania. Again, Transylvania, come on, my guys. Holy War. We could actually Holy War them. Apparently a Great Holy War doesn't count as a Holy War. Your guess is as good as mine on that one, I'm going to be honest. Get Kentucky out of Chicagoland, Wabash. Straight up conquest them as well. Or we've got de jure claims. I think we should probably Holy War them for, like, whatever this is. Illinois. Take Illinois. That gives us, I think, quite a nice, like a nice stopping point to prevent these guys expanding up anymore. Grab Illinois and then grab, like, Illinois, because there's another Illinois there as well. Between those two, I think we should be fine. What to our retinues? Oh, those are our retinues. What to our Holy Order? I can't believe I put them back down again. There's absolutely no reason for that as well. Let's get a few more cavalry here and then bring them to come and reinforce our troops. Alright. And where's the capital of Ohio these days? She's just over there. Alright. Michael, appreciate my choice of component. You're welcome. Component? That's a nice Freudian slip when you're a machine god. I meant opponent, but there we go. Can no one be trusted? 50 gold gone. Unbelievable. Absolute savage. Take him out. Chainmail armor. Oh, you know what? We didn't have any armor. Now we're an Empire level title. Hang on a minute. Search for a smith. Always. What do we want? Goldsmith. I don't think we've got any jewelry at all, do we? So this is pretty great. So now we're an Empire level title. United Church Heresy has appeared in Elgin. Horrible. Now that we're an Empire level title, we can actually try and get those highest tier artifacts. So the tier 4 ones specifically. Only an Emperor can try and get that, which, you know, I feel like we might as well try and... Oh, God, we've got all of our duchies coming now. Good. Duchy of Marquette and Duchy of Northwoods. Okay, so Northwoods can go to my son then. Elwood of Northwood. Great name. Where is it? Northwood. There you go. That's for you, my son. We've got Marquette, which can go to generally anybody here. I don't really care too much. That guy's feudal. Wait, I saw a feudal character. Yeah, there you go. Grant line title, you get Marquette. That one is yours. What else have we got here? We've got the Great Factory, Copperland. Copperland is up here. Have we got any... Yeah, we do have feudal rulers as well. They're beating me too. They're all upgrading it faster than than I'd have been able to anyway. But that's fine. I'm more than happy to see them flip to feudal. Obviously, more taxes for us. Hair looks a little bit strange, going to be honest. Looks a little bit photoshopped on there, probably because it, you know, is a Photoshop job. The vassal do an incredible job, and like I said, feudal will give us more taxes and more troops, obviously, than tribal. Downside is, obviously, tribal rulers will control their own troops, but that would have been kind of nice as well. What else have we got? We got any other garbage? The strip is ours, and then we've got... Yeah, we're good. All right, back to Ohio, then. Nothing displays authority like fine jewelry. One shall see the indisputable might of House Liberty, 2,000 gold, gone in a heartbeat. The fact that it costs... I will admit, that's one of the strange things that's just hit me about CK2. You spend 2,000 gold... if it's the tier 4 jewelry, 3,000 gold on making a crown and a scepter and a golden bracelet. However, you can also spend 3,000 gold on an entirely wondrous grand palace for your family and capital. What the fuck are they making these crowns out of? I was going to say they better be made of solid gold, but in hindsight, they probably are. Oh my god, we actually got it. That's very lucky. So that event day, you pay another 1,000 gold to get the tier 4 one. That guarantees us. That's huge. Because it means all the jewelry comes out tier 4. Which is obviously a lot better than just getting tier 4 sword or whatever. Become close friends with our priest. I mean, it seems a little odd that the priest would become friends with what is essentially the god and the high lord of the religion. But that's okay. I'll allow it. Crown of Heroes and the Axe of the Ancestors. We cannot get any better jewelry than that unless there's some event spawn stuff. There might be like the Crown of the Rust. I don't know. I was kind of annoyed that we can't get a crown based on our religion. But we did get, what did we get? We got the White Iron Scepter, which is kind of cool. Alright. Hero's Crown. Tier 4 there. Feudal City, Vassal, Tribal Opinion, whatever. Boom. And then we also want Axe of the Ancestors, which is going to be better than our Golden Sword no matter what. Yeah, absolutely. We've already got a Scepter anyway, so that's pretty great. We actually can't get a better Scepter than the White Iron Scepter. The Divinity and Representation of the Omnissiah. Awesome. We've got so many artifacts we should probably just give away. We've got a lot of garbage here. Oh, we got a Tourmaline Amulet. When did we get that? I have no idea. We must have got that from somebody we sort of dethroned or during some wars sieging a province. Because that is the equivalent of... that is the equivalent of the Dragon Amulet from the base game like I was talking about. It's very strange. Alright, I'm fine with it. Obviously, that's incredible news because that much lower build cost is going to help us out a little bit. Foul coward. Now, what do we do about our wife? I mean, we know that she's bringing other children into the fold. That are obviously not ours. Not that it's such a big deal. Saints Fingerbone, thank you very much. Not that it's such a big deal because we can just assimilate those children, at which point they will serve us willingly or unwillingly. But they will serve us no matter what. Stop. Julian, get out of here. What I meant by that is, like, actual children would probably... Decent cool book again. Decent children would probably be... Or your own children would probably serve you willingly, right? Anyway, Hedwig. Sega Saturn had a daughter called Hedwig. Hedwig is never in line to inherit, so she is not in line for a good name either. Thank you very much. I will be taking Illinois. Good, good, good. Okay, good expansion here. I'm kind of scared by Iowa. They are bigger than I realized. Let's go to war with you then, and we could just force vassalize him. Let's do that. Fuck it. Probably the quickest and easiest way here. Thank you, and just quickly blitz down these provinces. No problem. Game Gear should absolutely be leading these troops. Holy shit. We had a daughter named Martha. She's definitely our daughter, which is probably why we also didn't get the pop-up asking if we wanted to investigate her birth. Martha. Let's go for... What have we not had? You can be game and watch. Which was... No. I'm thinking of Rob. I'm thinking of Rob the Robot, not Game and Watch. Just be called Rob. There we go. As in, like, the Nintendo... People don't realize, oh, it's a character from Smash. He was, like, this weird SNES... I think it was SNES or NES, obviously, like, I don't remember that at all. A little bit before my time. But there was... it was just a robot that basically just drove around your NES looking all fancy. So he was, like, a physical console edition. He was the first amiibo. I'm putting it out there. I think Rob was the first amiibo. That was them testing the waters back in 1912 or whenever it was. It's like 86? I don't remember. Right, let's go for... Obviously, I don't remember. Let's go for Deplanes. Oh, man, she's got a lot more than I thought. We could just vassalize her in that case. Oh, she's got a lot. Nice. This is good. This forced vassalization I'm a big fan of. Obviously, it's costing us a shit ton of prestige. But what's better than, you know, just grabbing up a shit ton of land very quickly? What else does prestige do? Oh, no, my score that appears at the end of the game. I'm really not too concerned about the score that appears at the end of the game. Should ponder this more deeply. We're getting religious revelations, which seems a little bit late for that, huh? And there we go. Another 100% war score. Thank you. This is insane. We've almost done it. I just want to tidy up these borders here with Iowa, and then I'm happy to see what the AI can do with this nonsense. You are in prison. Let's usurp the Republic of Up North, and then let's grant that out to Cadillac. There you go. That can be yours, my friend. Up North is all yours. Please push your claim and get rid of that thing. Wow. Okay. What is that? What happened to Eau Claire? just gone? Why is that a... I don't know. Maybe, was that always like that, or is that a bug with the map? It seems like it's a proper province. Maybe that's where one of the nuclear bombs fell. I don't think this is post-apocalypse. I don't think it's post-nuclear apocalypse anyway, this world. I have no idea. We can't Holy War quite yet. We could just simple conquest them, but that seems a bit pointless, huh? Do we have any claimants on maybe, like, Chicago? We got any claimants we can invite to court and push their claim? Cobol? We could do it over the course of a couple of generations, invite someone to court, and then marry them, and then have a child with them, and then obviously... Yeah, that also wouldn't help, though, because this character might never die. What, Quincy? You're independent. Yeah, let's get that. Quincy, please. What do we want? It's a shame we can't force vassalize him anymore. De jure claim. Oh, we could just push a de jure claim on him. Sure, absolutely, welcome. And then we've got the Republic of Superior. Yoink. Republic of Superior? What is that? Is that titular? Oh, it's over here. Holy shit, wow. I don't want to give it to either of these guys, because that'll make a Merchant Republic. A new rival. We don't want either of you guys. I'm sorry. I'm going to give it to Gogabik, my good friend. Superior is yours and the lower titles. Congratulations, Duke Gogabik. High Chief Peyton of Superior. Alright. Do we want to grab anything else? I mean, I'd like to annihilate the papacy. I think that would be an awesome way to end this. Like go and assimilate the Pope. That would be pretty fantastic. Right, 100% war score immediately. Man, talk about bending the knee. Thank you. Alright, let's assimilate the Pope. Excuse me, Pope. I need you to join my new religion. It's cooler. We have sunglasses and engine parts, and that's it. Because I thought there'd be more to this, I'm going to be honest. We could just straight up also get rid of the papacy. We've got 2 provinces there. just to come unland the Pope. Sure, let's unland the Pope. Holy war against the Pope. We're not allowed to do that because we had a recent Holy War. We could just conquest the damn guy. Alright, goodbye. And then we're going to assimilate you. This character could be considered... Obviously, resistance is futile. March... Oh, God, all my stats. He's secretly assimilated. Thank you. And then we can just enforce demands. Pope in my pocket. Thank you. Much appreciated. I'm just going to give that to whoever wants it, honestly. Misery, it counts as... oh, that's just actually like a religious title then, huh? Oh, man, look at that. Apostolic Palace. I would like that. I would like that very much. Excuse me. Can we have a word about this Apostolic Palace? I was under the Holy Columbian Confederacy. In hindsight, no. Wait, is that the head of their religion we just assimilated? No, religious head is Council President Garth. Oh, so they didn't give a shit about that then. Pope, excuse me, I'd also like to grab the other one. So we can't offer him vassalization or something. Must be at peace. Oh, we actually could. Why don't we try that? Why don't we vassalize a foreign... How would that work? I suppose there's no reason you couldn't do that, huh? I'm in the base game I'm talking about. Dungeon not secure enough. Throw Betty in the oubliette. Goodbye, Betty. Right. Thank you. That's really funny. That's so dumb. Wait, could we... Iowa's a kingdom level title. Could we do that to Iowa? Just establish tributary state. Assimilate her. Resistant futile. New drone. Secretly assimilated. Hang on. This seems like it might be a bad idea. Offer peace, enforce demands. And then she's in. And then offer vassalization, and then she's in. Oh. Oh, no, that's insane. That's insanity. You can sort of... You used to be able to do that in the base game very easily as well, with the possession mechanic, whereby... I actually did it to get all the India achievements when it first came out. So, you used to be able to just invite their heir or kidnap their heir, possess them, and then kill off whoever was on the throne, and then just offer them vassalization. Of course, they couldn't say no, so that was a pretty good way around that. But yeah, I think we'll leave this series here. We'll come back to this later on. I think we basically did everything we said we were going to do and set them up with a nice, ridiculous Empire level title. We've got Chicago there as well. Titular Kingdom of Wisconsin we've got, and the Duchy of Chippewa. And we've also got the High Chief of Nebraska. Sure, we'll take that one as well and just let the AI dish it out, see what they can do with that. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. But like I said, I think it'd be fun to leave this for a bit and then come back to it later and see what the AI can get to as Hive Fabricator, Game Gear, the Holy. I suppose the final thing to do then is check out the family tree and sort of see what we're looking at. 33 living members, I think that's pretty good. And the Rust Empire is looking quite nice there as well. Month balance is 75.21 and I guess nothing left to do but resign and leave it in the hands of the AI. 32,000 score. Garbage. Like, actual garbage. But to be fair, we weren't playing for that long either. It puts us about just halfway through the list there. It's not fantastic, but who the hell plays CK2 for score? You're a madman. Oh, it's time to give up on the game to see what my score was this time. Well, look at that. Overseer Prime the Usurper. ruled for 17 years. Washing of Toledo ruled for 20 years. Neo Geo for 19 years. Overseer Game Gear the Wise, 44 years. Prime of Essex, 5 months. What a sad sight that was. Overseer Floppy of Detroit, 6 years. Commodore of Essex, 18 years. And then a Hive Fabricated Game Gear came back for round 2, 49 years. So, actually, we weren't ruling for him as much as I thought we would be. But look at the score on both Game Gear and Game Gear, huh? Unbelievable. Total rule there of almost 100 years. So he's got to be half the campaign, right? Was just on that one guy. Oh, easily, yeah. 17, 20, 19, yeah, no, over half the campaign on the one character. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this series. Like I said, we're not going to be leaving it here. We'll find out what happens with Game Gear later on, but I think it needs a little bit more work from both myself, and hopefully we'll see some patches from the devs as well to maybe fix some of that weird Brazil stuff that's going on, and obviously the salvage expedition, but I'll look for some other good sites and see what I can come up with. Let's give a shout out to all of the insane top tier level patrons who made this series possible in the first place. A big thank you to Alpha Scuff, Asuna Kirito, Atmosis, Average Gamer 419, Banyo, Sidini, Conspired C, Crazy Pat, Crosis, Eric B, Escape, Facundo Vasquez, Fungus King, Harik, Haydog, Jimbo, Josh Lindeen Tesla, Justin Wallace, Caden Carter, Michael Mullen, Necrophilin, Palvis Presley, Sir Thor the Swede, Toby Cruz, Tom Terror 18, Backers, and Zazzy 7011. Thank you all for your support in the insane tier levels on Patreon. Thank you for making the series possible in the first place. A big thank you as well, of course, goes to Asaro, Adam Person, Andrew Wilson, Betmas Max, Sidini, Chris, David Van Diepen, Don Honey 217, Fraser Brennan, Gabriel Faulkner, Gabriel Van Ders, Gaz, GDWK Run, Genji Zerka, Gray, Haji Damar, Hancock, Aaron McGowan, Icy the Great, Israel, Jay Lara, James Barnes, Joran DeVries, John Holiday, Jordan Campbell, Joseph Beard, Justin Plop, Justin Walters, Llewellyn Thomas, Matthew, Nathan Flores, Nathaniel Lemberg, Nick, Noah Gallimore, Nixie, Pan Samu, Pantherbull, Smirtworm, The Insane Pickle, Venom Meow, Will Wade, Wolfie, and Zico 2. Thank you for making the series possible. And of course, a big shout as well to Franjo Napton.